Now this is a 5100E.
21.
It's got the 1212 power reverser. It's loader ready. Looks like to me it's had a loader on it. Front tires are worn significantly. It's got a lot of hours. Well, actually it says 550 here, but we saw more than that. 623 is what we saw on it.
No radio.
Look at it go, 45,000. I was expecting somewhere between 40 and 58. Now that's a wide range, I realize, but the 58 is the dealer list. It's got a bid of 48. 49,000 bid now from an online bidder.
Online winner.
Sold that one online.
$49,000.
We're going to watch this entire row, and actually there's another row on this side of mostly new John Deere tractors sell here at auction today. Pretty excited about this because I just don't know where the auction prices are going. I think they are continuing to decline a little bit. Let's see what happens in this one. Let's get started. Okay, this is a 5100E open station.
51 hours, you're done at 75,000.
He says 51 hours. It's got 122 on it. That's what we saw.
2 rear remotes, manual seat.
It's a 2412 power reverser. Probably the best transmission you can get on this one.
100 horsepower. Current bidder 35,000.
Yep. This seems right in range with what I expected. It's a little high maybe, but that tractor looks pretty good. This one's got 122 hours, 2 rear remotes.
Current bid 37,000.
Are you bidding for me, Christy?
No,
Oh, okay.
Doesn't look like us.
Online bidder in at 36.
Sold 36,000.
Now typically this auction company does the auction outside here, driving along with their little auction truck, and people follow along and do their bidding right outside. Well, because the weather is so bad for April, I mean, yeah, it's raining and kind of snowing yesterday and today. It's just not been fit to be doing it outdoors. So that's the reason we're seeing the on-screen representation of the tractors or whatever equipment's being sold and just doing the bidding indoors. It actually worked pretty well, I think. They still have the equipment out here. In fact, they still have the auction truck running around so that if you want to be watching the tractor and still do your bid from outside, you can do that. It's kind of interesting how they're able to organize that from inside, outside, online, all at the same time. A John Deere 4066R cab tractor here. This tractor's got 292 hours on it. It does have a third function. The bucket looks brand new. They say it. Yeah, we didn't see a drawbar in it. They say it's got a drawbar in the description.
Has the power beyond though.
35, 37, 38, 39, 40.
65 horsepower.
41,000, 42. Does have a third function on it, as I mentioned. 42,000. We ought to have more money in this one. This one's going low. This one is going low.
Still at 42,000.
I'm trying to keep my hand in my pocket.
Only
This one's going low.
hours.
Yeah, this tractor is pretty good price here. 42,000 with a third function. 42,000. Now this one, 1502, we see that it has a regen issue. It ran all afternoon yesterday while we were here. This one I'm not interested in buying.
172 hours, air seat, no radio, no third function.
Yeah, but 0 PTO hours.
Right.
And since we ran it for at least an hour and a half yesterday, well, it was running when we got here and ran at least an hour and a half, and it never did finish the regen. Little nervous about this one. I think it's a brand new tractor.
I thought it was a 22 model.
Yeah, but I think it's brand new. We still saw knobbies on the tires. I think there's a regen issue.
Yeah.
Okay, we sold 02. We sold the first one, which was 02. The 168-hour one is gone. So you're getting
So that one sold.
Listen.
Okay, at 42, 43,000.
Current bid 42.
Sold 42,000.
They sold it very same price. Okay, this is an open station 4066R. It's got a few more hours, 373 hours on it.
2019 model. Standard seat, no third function.
Had some rust in the bucket. Looked like it's been held water the whole time.
It says sell with new warranty. That's weird.
Yep. 32,000. Well, I think it's new enough that it's got a little bit of new warranty left. I think that's what they're saying.
Okay.
$32,000.
Here's a 4052R.
4052R. This one's got a radio. It's got the standard seat, no rear hydraulics at all, no third function.
292 hours. It's a 21 model.
31,000 now. 32. 33. It's going to be stuck here at 34,000. My goodness, these are going cheap today.
Sold at what?
$34,000.
Another 4052R 21 model.
This one's got the ag tires. It doesn't have any rear SCV or third function either. Bucket shows some wear on it. Standard seat. It does have a radio. It's right up there at 33,000 too. It got 34, so it's outbid the other one.
105 hours. Don't know if you said that. Current bid 35,000.
There you go. Sold 35,000.
Next one is a John Deere 4052M. We do not have what year model it is.
This one's got those big old turf tires on it, the real wide turf tires.
139 hours, standard seat, no rear SCV.
27,000 bid already, and it doesn't have a cab. Right now, we're already indicating that it's priced too high compared to the cab tractors, in my opinion. It's got the 400E loader instead of the 400R.
Sold 27,000.
Now, this next one here is a 4052 MHD, so it's a lot like an R tractor. It's unclear whether they're selling the grapple with it. They say so online, but it's not clear. It's got one rear SCV, it's got an iMatch, it's got the HD bucket, only 35 hours. It's got the 440R loader. That's the way all the MHDs are equipped. It does have a front third function as well. We're at 32.5 on it. It's clearly a new tractor, pretty new tractor. It doesn't say anything about a warranty, although it is a 22 model year tractor. Could very well sold $33,000.
That seems like a decent price.
3046R, number 1510. Yeah, this is, it's got an air seat. It's got the rear third function, deluxe cab with radio, iMatch, drawbar. It never been used. 104 hours.
It
29.
has the skid steer quick attach.
Yes, very unique, and the bucket's way too big for it. It's got a 6-foot skid steer bucket on it. Current bid at $29,000. Quite a pretty good price for this tractor. Oh, they just retracted a bid somehow. $27,500 is their current bid.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now $28,000.
28.5.
$28,500. The prior auctions we've attended and shown you have not had buyer's premiums. And I'll just state up front that I am not a fan at all of buyer's premiums. I think it just makes it confusing for the buyer to try to figure out how much he's actually paying, especially when those buyer's premiums are tiered, right? And that's how it is here. Buyer's premium is 10% of the first $3,500 and then 3% of the rest of the purchase price up to $3,500 maximum. So if you're doing a $3,500 purchase, it would be $350 buyer's premium. If you're doing a $13,000 purchase, it would be $350 plus $300, right? So it'd be $10,000 above that. So calculating that in your mind while you're bidding is somewhat difficult. You kind of have to have calculated before you get in there of what that buyer's premium is going to be. And I find this a little difficult, and I do want you to keep that in mind when you see these selling prices, that these buyers have to pay the buyer's premium. Additionally, if you're buying online, there's another 2% premium. So the prices that we see in these sales are not the final prices. So that's what you're seeing here, at least on some of these tractors. We're going to show you what the price is with the buyer's premium, and that way you can kind of see what the final purchase price turns out to be. Okay, here comes another 3046R. This one's a little older. I would say a 2015, 2016 H165 loader, 400 hours. It's got the smaller tires on it. Still a pretty good looking tractor.
All tractors are good looking to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you screen capturing?
28,000.
Current bid $29,500. Sold $29,500.
3043D, this is a Bear tractor here. It's got just 3 or 4 hours on it. If you watched me long, you know that I'm not a fan of the D tractors. This one's clearly a new as used tractor. Got a $20,000 bid already here on the floor.
Basically no options.
Be surprised if we get another bid. Oh, we did. 20,500. 21. 21.5.
It is a 42 horsepower tractor.
21,750, 22,000. Going twice.
21,750. 21,750.
Another one just like it, 3043D.
Only 19.3 hours on this one.
Very basic tractors here, guys.
Sold 20,500.
Okay, here's a third one, 17.8 hours, 3043D. These all came from a local John Deere dealership. Actually, the one nearest my house. It's not really the one I deal with, but it's the one nearest my house. And clearly these three 3043Ds just didn't sell. This one's a 22 model.
It has R4s. This one says...
Yep, they're all gear drive tractors.
How much did it sell for?
That one went for $19,500. Okay, here we are, 3039R 4x4, of course. It's got a radio, standard seat, 3 rear remotes. It's got a lot of hydraulics, side mirrors on it. It's got the small tires. It has a front third function in addition to the 3 rear remotes.
78 hours on it.
This one's bid up to 28 to 29,000. It's going to go for as much as the 3046Rs. Those were deals, guys.
Sold for 29,000.
Here's a 3030 in a four-wheel drive tractor.
3030AD here. It has, we couldn't read the hours, but this is an older tractor. 2017 model. It's before the redesign. This one will not handle a backhoe, but it's already at 15,000.
This was given an ECU code of 3719. Don't know what that means.
Yep. Well, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Had sun damage to the seat. It was split. Looked like our cats had clawed it.
And it does not have a drawbar.
No, and that's sold at
15,500. Okay, this is a newer 3030AD. This is a 23 model, I believe. Yeah. 8.1 hours. So this is essentially a brand new one.
It should have warranty left on it as well.
21,000. 21,500. 22,000. Now I'm going to tell you, it would be hard to buy a tractor at these auctions. You got to be on your game here and ready to make a decision.
Yeah.
23,500 now for this one. 24. 24,000 sold. Okay, coming up is a 2038R. This one's got 2 rear SCVs. It's got a bunch of aftermarket homemade lighting on the back end of it. It's set outside, I believe, some of the time. It has a front third function and a 60-inch deck.
Looked like it sat outside, and yesterday the key was missing.
Yep, $17,000 bid right now. 17,500.
400 hours, it claims. 19,500, 20,000, 25, 21,000,
21,500.
22,000.
22. Still a pretty good deal.
22,000. 22,500. Sold 22,500.
Okay, 3035D. It's the same 3D tractor we're looking at above, except this one's got a little bit less horsepower. This one's got 96 hours on it. Overall, it looks to be in good condition. We looked it over really close and in good condition. No options, of course. Most of these don't have any additional options.
$18,000 current bid. Somebody that's actually present.
Now remember, there's a buyer's premium on these tractors, so
19,000.
at least 4 or 5% total. 10% on the first 3,500, 3% thereafter.
19,750.
Going twice. Don't believe it's going to make 20,000, Christy.
19,750.
Okay, this is a really new tractor here, a 3032E. It's only got 2 hours, I think.
It says 23, year model 23. Key was missing yesterday. They say our meter reads 2 hours. Current bid 19,000.
19,500, 20,000, 20,500. Yeah, the E tractors clearly are selling a little bit better than the D tractors.
25.
20,500. He's asking for 21. I don't believe he's going to get it.
20,500 sold.
Now here's a bad boy tractor. This is a 2021 model. This is that very large frame 25 horsepower tractor. This one's from Branson, of course. That's where they got their tractors. Now Branson's no longer, well, directly in business. They're owned by Kook-J, which is the TYM brand. You can still buy this tractor as a TYM tractor.
Yesterday you said it started like an old tractor, like a 25-year-old tractor.
It did not want to start. It did not sound good when it started. Current bid here is 16,000. Only got 7.5 hours on it.
We thought it sat outside.
Yep.
16,500.
We believe this was bought at auction and transferred here. We saw a lot number from another auction on it.
He's trying to get 16,750.
He's a begging. Sold it for 16,500.
Yeah.
Okay, next up here is a 3025E. This is the large frame 25 horsepower Deere tractor. 300E loader. It's just like the other 3Es basically, except it's only 25 horsepower. No emissions on this tractor.
No key yesterday either.
Well, I'm sure they found the key. 15,500, 16,000.
There was center paint was gone on that hump in the middle. You did not like that.
Yes, the main transmission housing, the paint is gone on it, and it just makes me think something has been replaced there. It just didn't look right. You know, sometimes when you look at a tractor like this and you see something that looks unusual and odd, you have to wonder if it's been taken apart.
Sold at 16,250.
It went like it had been, other people had the same concern. Well, here we are, 2025R. This one said it had 4,543 hours. I don't know if that's true or not. It has clearly been used a lot, I think mainly for lawn mowing. This guy may have been a TTWT viewer.
None of the tractors have 4,000 hours on them. Yeah, go check.
So they're going to check the hours on this tractor. I think it's probably more likely to be 400 hours. Okay, we're going on to the next one. It's a 2025R, and this one, it has the hybrid, you know, the Galaxy Garden Pro tires. It has the 120R self-leveling loader. Only 35 hours.
13,000 current bid. 14,000.
No mower deck on this one. Still a pretty good price, but it hadn't slowed down yet. 15,000. With those hybrid tires, it ought to bring a little bit more. Oh, they backed off the bid to 14,500.
14,500.
14.5 they sold it for.
1531.
Okay, now we're telling our first 1025R of the day. This one's got 45 hours. It's a pretty basic tractor. I thought it looked pretty good. Auctioneer was just talking about how the 2025R went low, and he thought it went for less than a 1025R should have. We're at 12.5 here.
45 hours on this.
It's a 2018 model.
54-inch bucket.
Would be a 53. He sold her for 12.5.
1652, 12.5.
Okay, here comes a 2022 model with a 60-inch mower and a loader, 87 hours.
60-inch mower deck.
1025R. Make this screen bigger. I'm getting old. I can't read it.
This tractor looked good to me. I didn't see any issues with this tractor. $5, $12,000, $13,000.
Bids are going up fast. $15,000. 15.5.
So in this area, a mower deck makes a difference.
Yep.
Sold for 15.5. That last one sold for 12.5 without a mower deck. So here we go. This one looks like it was well taken care of. This is an old model, maybe a 2014 or so, with the old H120 loader.
PTO cover was still on it.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a lot of PTO hours. 10.5 is the current bid.
There was some rust in the bucket. 11,000 current bid. 11,250.
11.5. Got that. Just make somebody a good tractor at that price. 12,000.
12,000.
Sold it for 12,000. Now that's an older tractor, but that's a lot of tractor for that price. Okay, here we go. Another 1025R.
We thought it was a 23 built in 22.
Yep, 23 built in 22. This one has a single point connector. So they're hiding that, probably accidentally. They don't know what they're doing. But this one is worth $1,000 more than what some of the others are because of the single point connector. You know I love that single point connector. $12,000 bid. Having trouble getting a bid. Not getting any bids in here.
Hour meter reads 55.
Finally got a bid here. 13.5.
13,000.
Oh, they retracted it. 13,000. Sold $13,000 without a mower. This one actually looks pretty good under the covers, but it's rough on the surface. It's got most of an original tractor cab on it. The rest of the original tractor cab is in the bucket, but it's got all the three-point hitch parts laying on it, so I don't know that that's going to work very well. It's got turf tires.
Backhoe with a 12-inch bucket and mechanical thumb.
Yep. Really, overall, the machine looks pretty good. For the hours, we've got 194 hours.
16,000.
So people are not paying up much for the backhoe, but I get it. This one aesthetically doesn't look quite as good. I think it would be just as good as any other one, and I think for the backhoe it'd be a good price here. Even at 16.5, I'd recommend somebody bid on it.
17,000. 17.5. 18,000. Sold at 18,000.
$18,000. Okay, so this is our last 1025R coming up right here. Only 14 hours. Oh, yeah, that's it. 13 or 14 hours here. It looks like it's brand new right off the lot. It does have a backhoe. It's a 2022 model. Really no other options that I could see. Backhoe looked totally new. Everything looks new on this tractor.
Current bid $18,000.
No, up 17 in the front, 17.5.
Back to 17,000. 17,250. 17,500. 17,750. 18,000. Sold at 18,000.
This is that 2025R that originally was listed with 4,500 hours. Turns out it has 500 hours, 540 hours. It's got JD Fabworks hooks on it. It's got, I think this is a TTWT nut. Frontier grapple. It has extra LED lights. It has a load and goes, an aftermarket top link. They've broken the top link on it. Heavy hitch drawbar. It's got tie-down hooks on the side. This got a lot of accessories.
$15,000 current bid.
And I believe it includes that Frontier grapple. This this should be a bargain.
14.7, is that right? Yep. 15, yes. Now 15.5.
Now remember, $15,000. Remind me not to bring Christy along to these auctions. I never get to bring anything home in that situation, but no, we didn't bring anything home today, but I didn't need anything. I do think we saw some interesting points. I think we saw that mid-mount mowers made a big difference in the prices on the 1 Series tractors and on the 2025Rs. We noticed that more than what I really thought we would. A lot of times people say the mid-mount mower doesn't add any value. In today's auction, it did. I thought that the cab tractors went less expensive accordingly than the open station tractors. Usually the cab tractors bring a good bit more, and today they were maybe 6,000 or 7,000 more versus the 10 that I would expect, or at least 8 or 9. So you just never know how an auction's going to go, right? You just never know. A lot of the items that we saw today that were not tractors sold quite high, we thought. Just other unrelated items, toolboxes and just other things that we saw selling seemed like sold pretty high. The tractors seemed like dampened a little bit. So I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll show you more of these auctions if we can. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Provide purses for yourselves that will not wear out. A treasure in heaven that will never fail, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys.